I think the first thing is, we don't see ourselves as a social media company. People come to Snap to kind of interact, to communicate with their friends, express themselves, and we talk about ourselves being a camera company because the first thing they're doing is they're being greeted by the camera and invited to express themselves and talk to their friends using the camera. So it's a different way of communicating, hence it just doesn't sit in the social media pillar as you would class other platforms.
Technology companies have had a huge opportunity to get in front of customers, though, because of the amount of people that are subscribers on the platforms. How are marketers able to execute and use those numbers to their advantage without it ruining the experience for many of your users?
I always say it actually comes back to quite kind of basic formula of really understanding why people are on the platform and how they're using it. And if marketers understand that insight and then talk to the consumers in the same way as they're using it and as they're talking to their friends, then I think you can absolutely add a really great experience and add value to the people you're trying to talk to. But the really key thing is to understand, like in our case, it's very much mobile video and understanding the pace of video on mobile, how it's different to TV, and it's all of those nuances. When a marketer really understands that, they really get the most value from the platform.
You know a lot about Gen Z and teenagers, more so than some of the marketers. What's different about them as consumers versus everyone else who's come before? Gen X, the millennials. How are the younger generation different for the marketers?
I think ultimately it's even how we call it digital or technology. It's not digital or technology to them. It's just the norm. It's how they talk.
Life.
Yeah, the example I always give is that in my day when I was at school, I'd be calling my friends after school on the telephone and speaking for hours on end. They're snapping their friends and they're not thinking of that as different. It's just what they do and what they know. And I think that's the thing we have to understand. It's not, sometimes I think we often think about even just digital or technology as an add-on to a marketing plan. It absolutely needs to be in the heart of it. It's part of the DNA of that audience. And therefore, if you really want to reach that audience, you have to understand that.
Technology like augmented reality is seamless for the generation that we're talking about, but for others, it's still a clunky new technology we're all getting to grips with how to use. Do you have any advice for the marketers and advertisers, media companies, how to use augmented reality effectively?
I think first of all I'd say it's not clunky. I think they have to try it and you realise it's actually pretty seamless and pretty amazing when you experience it. So the advice I always say is first of all experience it for yourself and then you understand the impact. And I think it goes back to then really understanding what are you trying to use it for? Like what's the end case? You've really got to understand what you're trying to do and what story you're trying to tell. And then when you think about that user case and then you layer it on with using augmented reality, then you create magic. Like you really do, and I've seen some of our brands who we've partnered with have done some extraordinary things and been able to communicate and allow their customers to interact in a completely different way than they would ever be able to do in any other format.
Hi, I'm James Wright and thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thanks for watching.